Te voy a resumir mi México, así que guarda un segundo. Tenemos una de las 7 maravillas del mundo infeliz. Aquí somos la tierra del maíz y estamos orgullosos de nacer en este país. De presidentes mediocres tenemos un historial. Si no fuera por ello seríamos potencia mundial. Aunque le tengan tanta rabia y odio al mexicano, si vienen a mi tierra cualquiera les da la mano. Porque cada quien ofrece lo que tiene dentro suyo. Mi país es superior, no lo comparen con el suyo. Basura, aquí hay tradición y cultura. Mi país es tan bello que de turistas se satura. Pregunta en América Latina del tricolor, patrimonio de la humanidad, mi comida y sabor, el folclor. Nuestra fauna, también nuestra flora. Somos catalogados como gente trabajadora. Ni americano, ni colombiano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni cubano, ni dominicano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni americano, ni colombiano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni cubano, ni dominicano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Yo no pedí ser mexicano, simplemente tuve suerte. Aquí nos burlamos hasta de la misma muerte. Playas cristalinas, paisajes con estrellas, 32 estados repletos de mujeres tan bellas. Dicen que somos descendientes de los dioses toltecas, olmecas, zapotecas, los conoces. Que tú me llames indio a mí no me da coraje, al contrario es un orgullo tener este mestizaje. Vitamina T, mexicano, tú lo sabes. Tacos, tortas, tostadas, tamales, en cada esquina encontrarás un buen changarro. Que viva el mariachi y el que anda vestido charro. Un águila comiendo una serpiente en un nopal, el dios Huitzilopochtli fundando Tenochtitlán. Verde, blanco y rojo, mi bandera nacional. Un águila comiendo una serpiente en un nopal. Ni americano, ni colombiano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni cubano, ni dominicano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni americano, ni colombiano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni cubano, ni dominicano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Empiecen a respetar a mi México más por favor, que un mexicano inventó la televisión a color. Gracias a México tu vida sexual es activa, pues aquí se inventó la píldora anticonceptiva. El número 0 es un invento mexicano, gracias al entiendes geometría y álgebra mi hermano. El flotador que tienes dentro de tu baño lo inventó un mexicano, claro, no se te haga extraño. Tan orgulloso de mi tierra y mis raíces, nuestro tequila se consume en más de 100 países. Tanto me enorgullece la tierra que estoy pisando, y así será hasta el día que encima me la estén echando. Querido México, tuyo es mi corazón, querida raza de bronce, chingona mi nación. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, con uñas y dientes defendemos nuestra tierra. Ni americano, ni colombiano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni cubano, ni dominicano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni americano, ni colombiano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano. Ni cubano, ni dominicano, yo soy orgullosamente mexicano.
Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material in use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
gangsters de la zona. Y vengo con la familia gang. ¿Cómo dice? Llaman al rey.
Traigo el mensaje puro y crudo para el momento. No palabras vanas que rompen los sentimientos. Lucharé y derribaré los muros del lamento. Pídeme pues te daré los sueños que están muertos. Nunca el demonio dio mensajes de amor, pero tampoco los dio el ángel que nos abandona. Quizás miremos diferente el reloj, pero tu cielo es el infierno donde el amor murió. Political violence, criminal silence, physical redemption hasta que acabe el baile. Typical style, musical fraile. Muchas las promesas las que se han llevado al aire. Love and love and love, siente verdad como doy mi corazón. No more, no more, no more. It's a reggae cypher, feed the world. What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí. What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí.
Fue que me brotaron alas y ganas de volar. En las buenas mi terreno lleno, en las malas solar. Un muro que decorar, mis hermanos me sirven de guía, mi estrella polar. Guarda los hilos, me duele hasta respirar. Solo quiero ver verdad. Sigo buscándome lejos de lo que piensas. Más fácil de lo que crees, el esfuerzo trae recompensas. Vale la experiencia si es intensa. No tires de la cuerda si está tensa. Miraban al ocaso con tristeza. Las estrellas devolvían con grandeza su mirar. Nos vimos floreciendo en la maleza. La belleza de las piezas y comienzan a encajar.
What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí. What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí.
51, 52, con un micro de bambú, más vueltas que Passepartout. Me siento en la old school. It's magnetic kung fu, it's a reggae magnatur. Por las almas sonrientes que acompañan a Zazú. En bambalinas y balú, son rimas de menú, no salidas de Benur, pero calidad y del sur. Homie, always lonely, but I feeling like a gangsta. 52, 53, a mí sí me ves venir, por eso me llaman King, ese fue mi devenir. De marchar o seguir, nunca tuve que elegir, la music me eligió a mí, no tengo nada más que decir. Saifa, Puniga, Loba, Grimble, Fire, Killerman, Smoker, Chusta, Feel Light, Rasta, Child Metal, Kimanes, Original a Reggae Saifa again.
Eterna guerra interna en la villa del pingüino, entre los que alinean la antena y los que se encuentran dormidos parandean tus emociones cual barril de vino, cosas feas quizás en tus ideas, pero aquí no, yo no atino, disparo sin mirar a todo aquel vampiro que bien te quiera hincarme, bro. Si lo digo, no es para pensar, sino para aclarar lo que de siempre estás pensando. Acaba el tan magnífico, imposible de torcer metal, sustar my friend, yo. Reggae warriors again, making connection after connection, my new world, reaching the freedom from them, me more. Nanny boy represent this game.
What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí. What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo
falta
aquí.
presentación si existe nivel. Sobreviviendo en Babilonia escribí al papel mis problemas cuando al final pude entender que para ser feliz solo tienes que querer. Que solamente hay una vida y es para vivir. Busca siempre una alternativa para seguir. No dejes nunca que te digan que no es así. Y prende un poco poco de sativa para estar chill. Ey, superando ansiedades con el humo de cancha. Manchas de un pasado trágico en la cancha. Seguimos siendo fuertes, su mierda no me engancha. Mientras otros esperando a que lleguen en lancha. No matter where you come, no matter where you come from. Solo importa que prestes atención a este sound. Desde the original, kill a man al mando. Oh, na, na, na.
Mira, soy un warrior, sonido legendario. Disfruto cada segundo cuando me subo al escenario. Tengo fuego en los labios, sigo cual mercenario. Pasos de gigante y cora revolucionario. Siento que es necesario, suena el reggae en los barrios. Para que cale el mensaje y para salvar a los más sabios. Entre en mi imaginario, que cheques bancarios. Si vienes con la mala vibra, mejor bro, cambia tu itinerario. Ya, 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 ya. Cuando ruge el león suena la música real. Venimos con el ya, 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 ya. Sonido de guiones, el sonido original. Ya, 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 ya. Reggae de corazón es el que se hace en unidad. Ya, 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 ya.
What time is it?
De reventar el beat. Reggae music pan de hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti. Pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí.
What time is it?
De reventar el beat. Reggae music pan de hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti. Pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí.
All right, all right. Saludos a todos, fam. Shalom. Q. Let me get rid of this real quick. Cool. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Well, I mean, since I have it up here, I might as well point it out. Before I get started, got an ear? You better start to hear. You know what I mean? In case you guys are new to this channel, first of all, I want to thank you, not for me, for my sakes, but for our people's sakes. It's early in the morning. And by the way, I want to let y'all know that I do this not because I have to. Well, I don't know. I guess I have to. I also want to. You know what I mean? Scriptures say, here, as a matter of fact, let's start with it, man. Why don't we go with it real quick? Since it's not about, well, I mean, some people call it a show. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. But you know, I was kind of thinking about this, and I'm gonna listen to your post stuff. Somebody said, "Is this live?" Hell yeah, this is live, man. Hell yeah! Look, hold on. See, there it goes again. It's hella live. Thank God. Thank goodness. Thank God to the Most High. But I'll read what you posted also. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, let's check out this. Well, I'm gonna use this because apparently what I was doing before, like this concept here, going back and forth, you know, it was kind of, I don't know, getting in the way. I didn't realize that my computer allows me to do this kind of stuff. So anyways, we're going to do this today. And you guys can't miss a beat. Look at that. Man, that's beautiful. So anyhow, there is such a thing as progression. You always have to be progressing. You're either progressing or regressing. There's no in between. But anyway, let me get to it real quick. Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 16. And it reads, therefore pray not. Whoa, no, wrong one. Oh, well, no wonder. No wonder there, buddy. Dispensa. All right, here we go. Jeremiah 7:16, it says, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see. That's pretty simple. Look, stand, like, let's say you're on top of a building. Look and see. Look around. It's very simple, not complicated. And ask for the old paths. So, like, for example, the other classes we talked about, bethink yourselves. Baruch 3, 7, and 8 talk about why we're in this captivity, so to speak. So if you bethink yourself, you reflect, you repent. That's the right now we're in the days of atonement. I keep saying that. So it says here, and as the old, ask for the old path, where is the good way, and walk therein. So it seems like there's an action required here from our end. You got to ask for something. And ye shall find rest for your souls. Now that's very important, which is regarding the good news, right? But they said, we will not hearken therein. I'm sorry, we will not walk therein, meaning like we will not hearken. I don't care what you say. So anyhow, let me minimize this real quick. Now let me pay attention to what you guys are saying. Let's see what you got going on. All right, so first of all, buenos dias, bro. Estudiante forever, man. I'm sorry, estudiante forever for wisdom. My bad. Hey, you know what? That's actually applicable, man. Estudiante forever. We study forever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's true. You know what I mean? I wasn't that far off. Buenos dias, expert. Do you know that? Well, I'm not gonna say nothing. All will be real. What's up, my brother? Good work. Oh yeah, man. All praise to the Most High for that one, bro. You know, we need to come out of Catholicism, BHIism, and other idolism and garbageism, Christmasism, philosophyism, atheistism. You know, all of that isms, man. All of that's contagious too. You know. Yeah, this is, like I said, bro, live. Because Northern Kingdom, I don't handle his channel, but I am going to assume, which I don't like to, but I'm going to assume that he's just doing some videos. It's kind of like a channel, you know what I mean? You chime in like, oh, what's on TV? We don't have the old. Remember TV guides back in the days? I don't know if you guys are like old like that. There was such a thing as TV guides. Yeah, I'll show you real quick. Before we get started, just kind of give you a TV guide. TV, hold on. 1980 TV guide magazine. So it ain't like what you guys grew up with now, where you have, you know, those boxes that tell you what time and you record. No, on contraire, mon frère. We had this TV guide, and they would tell us like the schedule of you know, what time the show would start. Let me see if I can get the inside. There you go, right there. Look, somewhat like this. Yeah, there you go. That's it. I don't like going to Pinterest, man, because they always try to show bras and stuff, man. I don't know if I don't understand Pinterest, so you know what I'm saying. I'm not even going there anymore at all. Anyways, look, right there. That's what it used to be. All right. Anyhow. Shalom. Hey, Julio, what's up? Hey. See, Antonio, welcome. This class is a moment. Yeah, bro, that's good, bro. Thank you for answering. Thank you, brother. I'm just trying to go through this real quick. First time I catch you live, because, yeah, I know, man. It's like YouTube don't like me. I just decided to watch a video from yesterday, and boom, I see. Yeah, I know. So every morning, Lord willing, at 6 a.m. Because no one can, brother, video already. Hey, he's right here, as a matter of fact. Oh, praise, brother. Yo. Hey, if you want to jump on, man, you're more than welcome to. If you just want to kind of sit back and chill, bro, I understand too. Hey, Canaaniteism. There you go. That's it. Canaanite Jewism. Nah, we don't know. We don't do that, bro. Ain't no Kool-Aid here. Just to watch it. All matters. I love yesterday's class. Yeah, that's brother, man. We need that massive support. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, right here. Yakasha, bro. We need to help each other out. I go real time every Shabbat. So now you know every Sabbath he goes real time. So right now, in case you don't know, just to inform you, I can speak on his behalf in this moment because him and I keep the Sabbath at the same time right now. We can do the cycle of the moon. Right now, we're in the Friday-Saturday cycle. Okay? Just keep in mind that if you follow the moon, you're always getting 4 Sabbaths in between every new moon. So right now, I believe we're going into the 3rd Sabbath right now. If I'm not mistaken, Yaksha, correct me if I'm wrong. And then after, keep in mind, that's, you know, so you'll be able to find and catch him when he's live. That's my point. Anyhow. All right, so let's begin, man. Let's begin, bro. Enough about this. Let's go. Check it out. I got something really cool, man. Hope y'all like it. But let's start here. I like this brother. I don't know if he watches live.
Mi gente, déjame explicar lo que me pasó.
Not this one right here. I don't know who this brother is right here. And yes, I'm going to call him a brother. I guess he's a Taino. So-called Taino, right? Obviously, that's what we understand. I'm not going to call him Boricua or Puerto Rican. So-called Taino. I'm assuming, or he could be Cuban. I don't know. But, hey, listen. The reason why I show these things, family, is because scriptures talk about that we are the light of the world, okay? And it has nothing to do with your physical prowess. It has nothing to do with how mighty you are or how many chicks you can get. Or, I don't know why people assume that it... Look, what is immortal, what is like heavenly can never be like carnal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Why would you assume that what you look like today is going to be what the Most High is going to create or recreate again? Like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? So one thing I do know is that when the Most High decided to wake us up, he woke us up on his day of rest. Yes, he did. Look at the scriptures. And in that day of rest, he gave us his spirit. And through our struggles, he still made sure that spirit would stay within our forefathers. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So there's one thing about these particular people that are consistently showing and expressing and within every other nation in the entire world. All right? So keep that in mind. Shalom, bro. Shalom. Hey, there you go, bro. Yeah, way to show support. All right, here we go. Listen in. So again, this is not boasting. This is not to like, no. Listen, man. If we are given the opportunity to repent, and I mean repent, forget whatever. Look, if you're in it for the kingdom, you're out of your mind. If you think that you're gonna get salvation because you're gonna put other people in slavery, you're out of your mind. This is not about kingdom. This is not about women. This is not about power. You know what it's about, dummies? Repenting. It's all over the scriptures. It's nothing more but repenting. I'm not going to read it, but if you guys read the prodigal son, you read Lazarus, you read in the Old Testament, if you bethink yourselves, if you renew your mind, Proverbs and Ecclesiastes talks about the war of the mind. For God's sake, Solomon even said in Ecclesiastes, you know what? All of this understanding that I got, it's all vanity. You want to know what the whole conclusion of the matter is? Ecclesiastes 12:13. Fear God and keep his commandments. It's that simple. But no, we wanna recreate ourselves into being these gods or this like, I don't know, man. Y'all are tripping, man. You guys are crazy. Like we say in Spanish, te quieres igualar a algo tan grande, bro. You would never, ever equal yourself to that. So the people of the book would be one of the most noble. And those main people of those people would be the most noble. If it goes over your head, oh well. Let's listen in.
Mi gente, déjame explicar lo que me pasó a mí el martes. Yo estaba usando una pistola de clavo y cuando la disparé, traspasó la madera y me entró aquí en la mano. En ese momento cojo para el hospital. Estando en el hospital me llega una llamada de Mario, un mexicano que yo acabo de conocer hace 2 meses. Él me dice, Eric, si tú puedes hacerme el favor, ir a esta dirección y darme un estimado, porque lo necesito para un trabajo. Yo le dije, Mario, no puedo porque estoy en el hospital. Y le expliqué por qué. Y no puedo ir porque tengo un compromiso de terminar el trabajo donde me lastimé la mano. Y él me dijo, pues dame la dirección para cuando tú salgas del hospital yo te ayude. Yo dije, ok, le envío la dirección, mi gente. Tú puedes creer que él y un amigo del brasileño me terminaron el trabajo. Yo salgo después de 4 horas del hospital y llego ahí y el trabajo terminado. Yo acabo de conocer a este mexicano hace 2 meses. Ha trabajado una vez con él. Ustedes no entienden cómo es el mexicano. Él no tenía que hacer eso. Él podía esperar que yo saliera del hospital para ayudarme. Pero eso es lo que yo digo del mexicano. Ustedes ven lo que yo digo. ¿A dónde tú vas a encontrar eso? Yo voy a seguir siempre hablando bien del mexicano. Ustedes no van a entender lo que yo siento cada vez que me pasa algo así con un mexicano.
Now, I want to tell you something. I'm not saying this because I'm a so-called Mexican. I've shared this with y'all in other videos, my so-called DNA. And I always kind of felt that I was from the South, like further south, talking to my family and stuff like that, but we never dug further, okay? Just saying that. So I'm not saying this to label myself as a quote Mexican. No. I'm actually giving y'all that exhortation because I know that hands down, the so-called Mexicans have had it the worst out of every single other tribe that y'all can even consider. Okay? I don't care what you guys say. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to what you guys say to me. Like, no. Nobody wanted to be Mexican ever. Stop it. You were better at being Puerto Rican, Cuban, Brazilian, Salvadoreño, but not a Mexicanito. Hell the hell no. Not a beaner. So the reason I bring this out is this is what was taken away from us, from these other nations. The power to empower each other, to uplift each other, and not just by talk, but by action. I wake up every morning, I do these things, not to empower the other nations. You think I do? Hell the hell no, man. No, I'm not going to do that. No. It's for my gente. So, Hebrews 10:25 says, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the matter of some is, we see these other nations, the 10 toes, the iron and the mud, the clay. Listen, if the world was to bounce right now, pow, like the logo, right? You know, like this right here, like what I showed you guys. There's a reason why I did this, you know, in case you didn't catch it. The world is shaking right now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, dude, shots are fire, family. The world is shaking right now. You think this is not happening? Of course this is happening. So as you can see, if that was to like just happen right now, out of all the people in the entire world, I'll tell you something. RAZA would be probably the quickest one to work together. Just what I see. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another. You see, and RAZA has a problem exhorting one another. You guys don't like uplifting each other, as if by you complimenting another brother, or let's say sisters, another sister, or even a sister, it's like you lose something. Listen, family, since 1492, right, for our understanding, we've been losing the entire time, for God's sakes, man. When is it going to stop? Even within us, the cangrejo concept has to even end, bro, for real. not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, meaning consider one another. Why do you think? Okay, a lot of you guys get mad of seeing paleteros getting beat up, but y'all don't do shit about it. Excuse my language. So what are you getting mad for? You don't go out there and support them. You don't buy their food. What are you getting mad for? It's okay to be at the window, like window shopping anger, and you're angrily window shopping, and you're not actually exercising it. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the matter of some is, but exhorting one another. And so much the more, meaning now, more than ever, as ye see the day approaching. So again, this is what, that's what I share this. This is not to boast. If anything, y'all should be even more humble and have real humility, sincere humility. Because we've seen the example of the opposite. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to read some scriptures. I mentioned to you guys the whole history about the Llorona, right? Before, like, I kind of get into the whole topic of the class. And I keep saying, like, oh man, that's, that pertains to like our history. Even in the wicked aspect of things, we are in the Bible, for God's sakes, man. That's crazy, But anyways, again, I'm saying, and when I say we, and you see this flag, I'm not just saying Mexicas, bro. I'm talking about all of this continent. Because the way I'm looking at it, man, for some reason, these people here in the center seem to be a glue of some sort of thing. And I don't know yet. But I'm just, you'll catch it in the class. All right, let's continue.
La mora se la rifo. Pelón culero.
I love the part, man, where at the end he's like, hey, you beaners, get out of there. Get out of there, you beaners. Oh yeah, let me read this. My bad, bro. My bad. Doesn't matter how woolly your hair is. None of it. It amazes me how these brothers boast like crazy on their blackness, woolly hair, and calling Christ their brother from the same tribe. Yeah. What I would do, I mean, I know you can't kind of correct your statement, but I would scratch that these brothers, because they ain't your bro. I mean, unless you think they're your brother, they don't really show. Matter of fact, historically, they have not shown any similarities to our struggle as we have. My bad, bro. Let's see. What's up, Shalom, Rick? Brothers and sisters, all praise to the Most High. It's all about you. Who shout? Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't forget the Most High, though, bro. He is the creator, the one and only. Let me see. Shit, Christ spirit is no damn near not one leader from the Hebrew Israelite community that I've seen has the spirit of Christ when he came in the flesh, more like us. Yeah, well, he's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird, bro. Bring it out. Hold on a second, bro. Yeah, 100. I deal with that at work. I don't know which one that is, bro. My bad. I should have read it before. Not just see the day, but yeah, the day is coming. The day is coming, bro. I don't think it's wrong boasting of being righteous or trying to teach righteousness to our people. No, it is wrong to boast about how we. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It is boasting about that. Like, oh, you're gonna get salvation based on that. It's no different than saying you're gonna get salvation based on if you believe in white Jesus. I mean, did that change at all? It didn't change at all. Anyhow, listen. Before we, there you go, right here. Okay, so let's get going on this. All right. Now, let's see. I'm gonna show this to y'all real quick. Hold on. Psalms. 94. Let's begin. Psalms 94, Psalms chapter 94, verse 3. It says, Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? So we do ask ourselves those questions. It's like, damn, man, when is it going to stop? You know, like the whole concept of, before I even had an understanding of this, I'm like, so all we do is go to work, pay bills, and that's it? That's what we do? We just go to work, pay bills, that's it? And raise a family, and then they go to work, pay bills, and then that's it? It's not like that, fam. How long shall they utter and speak hard things? Meaning, beaners, Operation Wetbag. We're going to deport. We're going to do the biggest deportation since Eisenhower. How long shall they utter and speak hard things? Now, am I saying that if they do that, I'm going to get deported? No, of course not. But do I have people I care for that could? Yes, I do. Now, for you idiots that say, well, you know, that's up. No. You don't understand. Our people were forced to separate because our power is our unity. You see, we went into slavery not as individuals, but as a nation. So as a nation, we will, Lord willing, come out of it. Well, you know, initially 144, 2/3 of y'all getting beat up. You deserve it, though. And then 1/3, you know, you'll get, I don't know salvation, how that works for the. Now, for all of you guys out there that say, oh, what about the other nations? Why do you care about the other nations? Why don't you worry about your people? If they get a chance, well, hey, maybe they do. But I don't want to say I don't. I'm not concerned with them. Because guess what? I know scriptures say, yeah, we're going to get slaves for you. Well, to be quite frank, we don't really need slaves. You know why? Because I know how to lay tile. I know how to do plumbing. I understand somewhat of the ecosystem. You know what I mean? Like I know because I have saltwater tanks. I'm familiar with some, you know, contracts, stuff like so. You know, I got family that knows how to do roofing. Others that do some type of other business. I got somebody that does electrician. So somebody that does concrete. Do we really need slaves? That's a joke, by the way. Anyways, it says, Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves. Are they not boasting consistently? Get out of here. You're not of this land. The very same people that are not even of this continent. Now, these wicked ones, how long shall they triumph? Now they're saying they're the people of Mexico. Black West Africans are now saying that they're the Cubans. I think they're saying, no, you know what? They don't say that they're Puerto Ricans. They don't say that they're Cubans. Yeah, they don't say any of that. They don't say they're Salvadoreños, I don't think. They don't say they're Brazilians, but they say they're Mexicans. So, Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things, meaning like hurtful things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves. Because guess what? You see them on TikTok, you see them on YouTube, and nobody says a damn thing. You didn't see white America complaining about it. Wouldn't that be considered anti-Semitism? That means like you're wanting to destroy a nation, their heritage. They break in peace thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow, that's the point, and the stranger, and murder the fatherless. The widow, the widow, the widow. The widow. The widow. Remember the word widow, okay? Yet they say the Lord shall not see, neither shall God of Jacob regard it. You see that? Because they think like Psalms, I believe Psalm 64 or 49. that they think because God is not doing anything for them, he's rolling with them. I'm not sure if that's all. I think it's in Psalms. If somebody knows it, man, I would love if y'all post it. You know what I'm saying? Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? Meaning, like, don't be confused. Like, don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Don't think the Most High is not watching. He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? You see, that's the whole point. Like, that's why I was saying this right here. You see, there's a purpose by my, so-called enthusiastic thumbnails. Got an ear. Got an ear. He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? The obvious. He that chastises the heathen, shall not he correct? He that chastises the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teaches man knowledge, shall not he know? Now check this out. The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, and they are vanity. However, blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth, O Lord, and teacheth him out of thy law. So don't get it twisted, family. You're like, man, why? Deuteronomy 28. I would say Amos, I believe 3. That he deals with his children first. But one of the things I want to remind you of is the whole widow concept. The widow, man. The widow. Let me finish this. Blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth, O Lord, and teacheth him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity until the pit be digged for the wicked. Damn, there we go. That's it, man. So don't think that because it's not happening just yet. He's not it's like this, family. When you're digging a pit, when you go into a burial, you're gonna bury somebody because they're dead, right? You're digging a hole, and it takes some time. Okay, let me go back to the messages now, bro. I'm gonna try to go through the class, pause, and then go through. Okay, fam, so I don't get like out of hand. Not just see the depth there. I read that one. My bad. I don't think it's wrong to boast. Yeah, we read that one. You're right, brother. Wouldn't say that the brothers is because it's just that the brotherhood I have in me to be in peace with all men. But you know what I mean? I know how different shapes. Yeah, there you go. That's true. If something is about to break out like a war or something, I know who might. Yeah, that's true. What does that say? Diesel mechanic? Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Mexicans, not can't. That's true, bro. Balance, absolutely. Blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth, O Lord, and teacheth him out of thy law. So all of this is an ass whooping for y'all. Because, you didn't listen. You disobeyed the Most High. So that's why I keep saying we're in the days of atonement. The days. Now, going back to the whole widow. Give me a second. Let me go back. Give me a second, fam. There he goes right here. Wisdom of Solomon 2. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 9. Again, we're going to pay attention to the widow part. I'm just going to run it by you real quick. In Wisdom of Solomon 2, it's talking about the other nations and their way of thinking, their mentality, their spirit. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. For this is our portion, and this our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of age. But the point here is, let us not spare the widow. The widow. So, I find it interesting because I kept seeing the widow, the widow, the widow. And then it led me to this. Yeah, that's it. Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 2, right? Check this out. We're going to read. We'll go to, we'll just read verse 1 real quick. It says, thus say the Lord, I brought this people out of bondage, and gave them my commandments by manservants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despise my counsel. The mother that bare them said unto them, okay? So now we're talking about widow. The mother that bare them said unto them, talking about widow, okay? Remember this. Go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken. So again, the mother that bare them saith unto them. So who's this mother now? Verse 1, thus say the Lord, I brought these people out of bondage and gave them my commandments by manservants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despise my counsel. The mother that bare them said unto them, go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken. I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness I have lost you. For ye have sinned before the Lord your God, and done the thing that is evil before him. But what shall I now do unto you? Again, she says, I am a widow and forsaken. No, never have we ever heard anybody explain this widow. No BHI Cab, no Christianity, nobody. Because this widow is attached to you guys. That's why. This widow's attached to you. So they're never going to reverence you. It's not to their benefit to let people know that you guys are the people of the book. So it says here, sorry, I'm trying to stretch my arms a bit. I'm moving them around. It says here, what shall I do unto you now? Unto you, I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, and ask mercy of the Lord. So now this widow is no longer with her children. This widow is no longer with her husband. And these children are no longer with the father, nor the mother. Isaiah 1 and 3, maybe? Yeah, I won't change from this. I'll just read it here. It makes perfect sense. Isaiah 1 and 3 says, or 1 and 5, or what is it? No, this is Ecclesiastes, dude. What a dummy. Isaiah 1 and 3 reads, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel does not know. My people do not consider. We go back now to this scripture, right? 2 Ezra 2:4. But what shall I do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, and ask mercy of the Lord. As for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children, which would not keep my covenant, that thou bring them to confusion, and their mother to a spoil. Remember, your land shall be desolate. Your people will be desolate, but before a land, it's a people, that there may be no offspring of them or understanding, meaning that we also wouldn't be able to teach our children our heritage. Others would. Which is why it says in the next verse, let them be scattered abroad among the heathen, Let their names be put out of the earth. No more heritage. For they have despised my covenant. How is this not you? Now, the whole concept here is the widow. The widow. So now let's go here. Because I make statements and I back them up. Some people, I don't know. But see, family, they can never touch on this because they don't know this history. They'll never be able to explain this through the scriptures because they have not the spirit. I'm not saying that, oh yeah, no. All I'm saying is this is what's being revealed to me. And I'm sharing it with y'all. And based on what I'm finding, it is kind of undeniable. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to not consider. It's hard to ignore. Let's put it that way. 2nd Ezra chapter 10, verse 1, it says, and it so came to pass that when my son was entered into his wedding chamber, here's a story about the mother that lost a son, right? He fell down and died. So he got married and he died as soon as he got married. Then we all overthrew the lights and all my neighbors rose up to comfort me, the mother. So I took my rest until the 2nd day at night. And it came to pass when they had all left off to comfort me, to the end I might be quiet. Then was I up by night and fled and came thither into this field as thou seest. So even though they were comforting her, it didn't matter. She wanted to be alone. For what reason? And I now purpose not to return into the city, but here to stay, and neither to eat nor drink, but continually to mourn and to fast until I die. Now let's pause for a second. Because I'm about to make a statement here, and I'm about to show you a book in Spanish that supports my understanding, or I could say my discerning, or however you want to put it. It says here, and I do now purpose not to return into the city. Where did this lady go? Well, let's read up again. Verse 3, it says, and it came to pass when they had all left off to comfort me, to the end I might be quiet. And then rose I up by night and fled. Where did she flee to? And came thither into this field. So she went into a field. I know you guys know what a field is. What is a field? That's a field. Right? Like open field, like open. It's open. It's open. You know what I'm saying? It's not in mountainous ranges or, lost or it doesn't say in a forest. It says in a field, in open land. And she left a city where there's people, homes, everything. She just left the city and she went like here to the field. All right. Let's continue. Let me fix this here. Verse 4, and I do not purpose not to return into the city, but here to stay, and neither to eat nor drink, but continually to mourn. You mean weep, cry, llorar, and to fast until I die. And to fast until I die. We'll read up to verse. Yeah. Then it says here, then left I the meditation. Excuse me. For some reason, my nose is itchy. Then left I the meditation wherein I was, and spake to her in anger, saying, so this man that's seeing the situation, so he's not angry at her. Thou foolish woman above all others, seest thou not our mourning? Mourning, right? And what happened unto us? How that Zion, our mother, is full of all heaviness. Why? And much humble. Mourning very sore. And now seeing we all mourn, and are sad, for we are all in heaviness. And art thou grieved for one son? So he's telling her, why are you crying about one child when all of Zion's lost so many kids? Ain't that happening right now? For ask the earth, and she shall tell thee. I'm sorry, verse 8. Now, seeing we all mourn and are sad, for we are all in heaviness, art thou grieved for one son? For ask the earth, and she shall tell thee that it is she which ought to mourn for the fall of so many that groan upon her. Right? I'll turn the camera on a little bit. Where was I at? This verse 9. Verse 10. For out of her came all at first, and out of her shall all others come. And behold, they walk among all into destruction. They walk almost all into destruction. And a multitude of them is utterly rooted out. This is talking about our people. All right? Now, let's continue and skip. You guys get the idea. So he's over here chatting with this lady. Okay? But something happens. You know, as you can see, you guys you can read this chapter. It's very interesting, right? But here's my point. Verse 40. This, therefore, is the meaning of the vision which thou lately sawest. So then, okay, matter of fact, here, I'll go up. Verse 37. Now, therefore, I beseech thee that thou wilt show thy servant of this vision. He answered me then and said, hear me, and I shall inform thee, and tell thee wherefore thou art afraid. For the highest will reveal many secret things unto thee. He had seen that thy way is right, for that thou sorrowest continually for thy people, and make it great lamentation for Zion. This therefore is the meaning of the vision which thou lately sawest. Thou sawest the woman mourning. Okay, pay attention to this. Thou sawest the woman mourning, and thou beginnest to comfort her. But now seest thou the likeness of a woman no more. But there appeared unto thee a city builded. And whereas she told thee of this death of her son, this is the solution. This woman whom thou sawest is Zion, the widow. The widow. The widow. Whereas she said unto thee, even she whom thou sawest is the city buildeth. Let me go back, my bad. It says, whereas I say, she said unto thee that she had, okay, so verse 44, when did that? This woman whom thou sawest is Zion, and whereas she said unto thee, even she whom thou seest is a city builded. So this woman, right, cries for who? For Zion, for her people. Nothing more, nothing less. So watch this. Show you this real quick. I honestly, I was looking for the book. I can't find the book, fam. I really apologize. I'm gonna look for it. I promise that I'll show it to you in another class. But let's read it real quick. Okay. So again, you're right, brother. Es la llorona, güey. La llorona. Check it. Fordito don't speak Spanish. Oh, well. Too bad. Pa la otra, güey. Nah, just kidding. Get a translator. It reads, número 24, página 34. Diego Andrés Rocha. No se crean. It reads, tengo también observado para entender que estos americanos, principalmente los de México, descienden de las 10 tribus. Ay, que la chihuahua, güey. Los pródigos que Dios obró con ellos y las señales del cielo. Let me read it again. Los prodigios que Dios obró con ellos y las señales del cielo que tuvieron significándoles el fin de su monarquía y que Dios les entregaba a otra gente y naciones. What they had seen, the prophecy Moctezuma understood. Se observaron 10 prodigios bien singulares que les indicaba el fin de su monarquía, que podrán verse en el P. Torcamedo, en el libro 2 de su monarquía mexicana, en el capítulo 90. Y entre los prodigios, una era el oírse de noche la voz, listen to this. En el libro de él dice, y entre los prodigios, una era el oírse de noche la voz de una mujer que a grandes voces lloraba de la destrucción de sus hijos mexicanos. Let me read it again. Y entre los prodigios, what does prodigios mean? ¿Qué es prodigios? A ver, déjame ver. Translate it for you. Prodigios. Prodigio means, come on, what does it mean, bro? No, no es prodigios, güey. Prodigios. Remarkably or impressively great, I guess. Entre los prodigios, I guess, remarkably great stories that Torquemada wrote, okay? He says, entre los prodigios, una era el oírse de la noche la voz de una mujer. Did we not read this in this right here? Verse 44, this woman whom thou sawest is Zion. Right? Verse 41, thou sawest the woman mourning, and thou beginnest to comfort her. This woman is Zion. What did it say up there? It says que tengo también observado para entender que estos americanos, meaning ustedes indios, paisas, mexicanos, güey. You know what I mean? O también todos ustedes, güey, todos ustedes de Latinoamérica, bueno, de América, los indígenas. It says que descienden de las 10 tribus. Oh, let that sink in for a while, okay? And then it says, los prodigios que Dios obró con ellos, meaning these great things that God did for us, y las señales del cielo que tuvieron significándoles en el fin de su monarquía, and the signs that were provided for us in the heavens regarding our monarchy, y que Dios les entregaba a otra gente y naciones. So it showed that we knew, that God was going to give us into the hands of the wicked. In Mexico, obviously that's easy to understand. Cuando entre los gran capitanes Cortés se observaban 10 prodigios bien singulares, meaning that in Mexico, when the entrance of Cortés, they had observed 10 prophecies, each singular, indicating the end of the monarchy, que podrían verse en la página o papel Torquemada en el libro 2 de su monarquía, in the book that Torquemada wrote, book number 2, I'm assuming volume 2, chapter 90. Y entre los prodigios, again, great stories, una era, again, these 10 tribes, these people, within their understanding, their history, y entre los prodigios, una era el oírse de noche la voz de una mujer que a grandes voces lloraba de la destrucción de sus hijos mexicanos. So this, because they understood that the destruction was coming after the destruction, after 1492, now they were hearing this woman weeping all across México. Este mismo sucedió con las 10 tribus antes de su desterro, como contesta del libro 4, capítulo 9. I was reading chapter 10. Al fin, donde dice, se le apareció una mujer llorando la destrucción de las tribus, y luego explicando la visión en el capítulo 10, we read verse 44, dice que esta mujer era Zion. Madre You guys are the Israelites of the scriptures, bro. Stop it. Stop, man. Stop being afraid, bro. Just hold on to your damn huevos and claim your damn fame. Madre de los israelitas y de las tribus que salieron luego desterradas en capítulo 13, verse 40, yada, yada, yada. Así en los hebreos como en los americanos, a su acabamiento, llora Zion, su madre, güey. Porque aunque unos y otros habían degenerado a idolatrías, como dice capítulo 4 del Deuteronomio número 38, chapter 4, verse 38. I don't know why you guys are afraid. I don't understand. Don't understand, my friends. What time is it? What time is it? We got a little bit of time. I got about another 20 minutes. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Yakasha's still here, man. Hey, that was a fun class, Yakasha, bro. That was tight, bro. That was tight. Cool. Sorry, fam. Anyways, let's continue, okay? Let's continue. Let me see this quick. Let me see this real quick. All right, so we got the understanding. Estudiante, you're darn right, my friend. You're darn right. You're darn right. La Llorona, bro. You see, whichever way they want to slice it, we're in the scriptures. Y'all should be very, very proud. But not boastful, you know? Like the prodigal son, man. You know what he did? He regretted, he repented, and he wanted to come back to his father, but he didn't want to become his son again. He's just like, yo, man, let me just at least be a servant, you know? I don't deserve to be your son anymore. I'm a piece of shit. That's how y'all should be. Like, if you're in it for the kingdom to like rule or to get lots of women or lots of money or revenge, nah, you'll never see it. We're in the days of atonement. In the days of atonement, it's repenting. You don't deserve any position of power. You think they? I'm gonna let it play. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, let me let it play. And I'm gonna fix the camera. All right.
Los hidroaviones volaban amenazadores sobre Veracruz. Y un acorazado inició el combate bombardeando la ciudad y echando a rodar el águila que adornaba el monumento a Juárez. Los habitantes del puerto empezaron a huir ante el ataque. Y a los 2 días de lucha, la bandera americana ondeaba sobre los principales edificios de la ciudad y los campamentos se tendieron a lo largo de la plaza. Los americanos.
Hi there, this is your Auntie Amanda. We have a
Hey, fam. It's Benson. All right, so you see the invasion? Check this out.
Colonel,
I want to show you the similar spirit, the similarity. Oh, we're not done with this vein yet. No, encontré, mon frère. Hold on a second there. Oh, that's right. I moved the camera, huh? Better fix the wire. Spencer. All right. Here we go. Okay, so this right here, it's an interesting conversation. I want to show it to y'all because it's pretty freaking heartless, man. Okay, and it goes hand. Stop. Let me see. It goes hand in hand with the with what's going on. Hold on a second. All right, so let's listen in.
Appreciate your time again, obviously in these early hours of the morning for you. You heard that man there, asking the question about his family who are dead. What did they do to deserve this? What is your reaction, Colonel, to these accusations that you hear that the strikes on the Jabalia refugee camp are hitting civilians and amount to a massacre by the IDF?
Hi, Aaron. Sad images, really, at the human level. When I watch it and I detach myself from the reality that we are facing, I see sad events and I see people suffering. And
Break it down. I want you to break it down a little bit here, family. He uses the word detach himself. Yep. Exactly. The same tactics and the same emotion, the same approach, the same demeanor that a nation would get above you very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Meaning they will be very high-minded. The same things that he said is the same things that we're going through. See, we got it. Well, there's something called macro and micro. Macro is like on a very large scale. Micro is a very small scale. So on a macro level, it's hard to see the actions implemented. It's easier to see the results on a macro level, right? In a micro level, it's very easy to not only see the results, but see the actions of the results, which means what we're seeing in Palestine is a rapid, like crunched, like within a matter of years, of what occurred to us in a matter of hundreds of years. So it's very obvious. It's like just imagine imagine filling up a barrel, and every day it's a drop. It's gonna take a while, right? You don't really see the increase of the water. You don't. Eventually it fills up. God knows how long, right? But if you turn it on, it's gonna you see the gushing, like you see the action, like, oh damn. That's what's going on right now in Palestine. It's in such a rapid level that it's very, very obvious to us. But when you look at it from our perspective, it was in such a macro and a kind of like drip campaign level, and so to speak, like slowly. We didn't see it. Like the frog. The frog doesn't jump out of warm water and then it turns into hot water. It doesn't jump out. He stays there and dies. Now, if you throw him in hot water, he will jump out. Same thing happened to us. So that's why I'm showing this. Okay, let's go.
that is not something that we intend to. What I could say, sad image.
And amount to a massacre by the IDF.
Hi, Aaron. Sad images, really, at the human level. When I watch it and I detach myself from the reality that we are facing, I see sad events and I see people suffering, and that is not something that we intend to. What I could say to that man, without even a drop of cynicism, is you should have evacuated, you and your family. You shouldn't have been there. That doesn't mean that we...
You should hear this?
A ver, que alguien me explique.
Well, SOL. You shit out of luck, dude. Hey, we told you to leave. We told you to leave, but you didn't listen. Let's continue.
We wanted to kill anybody. It just means that when we warned Palestinians 2 weeks ago to evacuate that specific area because there was going to be major combat operations, they should have heeded the warning and they should have left. The sad reality that is unfolding now is that the civilians in Gaza are paying the price for the atrocities of Hamas. We are fighting a battle here to defend ourselves. We cannot allow a situation for Hamas to continue to exist after the atrocities of October 7th, and in order for us to be able to save.
So I mean, I don't even have to explain that. You guys can hear it. I'm gonna take my glass off a little bit. Yeah, I can hear it. And if you're asking a lot of people to leave in an environment of war, and if they don't leave fast enough, oh well. Man.
Safeguard ourselves, we have to eradicate Hamas wherever they are, even if they're hiding in tunnels underneath.
Yes, you're right. They are hiding in tunnels and underneath. So they're not like up there with these guys, with these civilians. So you said it yourself. Even if they're in tunnels, it doesn't matter. We're going to blow them up everywhere. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, well, hey, yeah, we told you guys to leave. You know what I'm saying? We told you guys to get out of here. Get out of here. I mean, is it any different than me crossing a red light and the car runs me over and it's like, well, I mean, I did honk at the guy. I honked and there was a red light that told him not to cross, but it didn't matter. You know what I mean? It's not my fault. It's the same thing. Oh, man.
Populated areas.
Colonel Conricles, so the point, though, about wanting them to leave, I mean, these are 100,000 people in a refugee camp. By definition, they lack resources. Where were people like that supposed to go? Was it even reasonable to tell them to go? I mean, they don't have anything to begin with.
No, that is unfortunately not accurate at all. And if you let me, I'd like to explain why. If you look at the footage that you're showing, you don't see tents. This isn't some makeshift refugee camp. These are permanent dwellings of Palestinians living in a Palestinian-controlled area under Palestinian rule. These aren't refugees no more than my grandparents are refugees who came from Poland and Morocco in 1948. This is the time scope that we're talking about. These aren't refugees, and it's not a refugee camp any more than half of the population in modern Israel are refugees of the expulsion from Arab countries in 1948. So yes,
Colonel, I understand your point. I understand your point about permanence. I'm sure King Abdullah would say the same about refugee camps of Syrians in Jordan and Egypt, the same about other refugee camps they have. But while I understand the point you're making about the permanency of the residents, they are poor.
And
they can't leave.
Erin, yes, they could. They made a decision. Now, the fact that they made the wrong decision does not make them a target. That is not what I'm.
Fuck. Oh my God. Boy, Dios mío. Y'all hear this, man? These are supposedly the people of the Bible. Oh my dear God.
A ver, que alguien me explique.
Woo! And the Messiah hasn't returned yet. Imagine that. If you guys are the people of the Bible, bro, damn, we're all SOL. Look what he said.
The fact that they made the wrong decision does not make them a target. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that we warned.
Hey, we warned you guys.
Ahead. Everybody in.
We told you, get out of town. Get out of Texas. You beaters didn't listen. We said mass deportation. We told you, people in Florida, if you give a ride to a beaner with no papers, we warned you, you're gonna get arrested. Oh well.
Jabalia knows, the same guy who was holding the page listing the unfortunate deaths in his family. I feel for him, but he knows that Hamas is there. He knows that the place is full of what they call mukawama, resistance. All of them know it, and they know that they will be fighting there, and they know that the safest place for them to be is not there. It's in the south.
So let me ask you a question about, though, how you know what you're striking, because I know you put out a statement today, the IDF did, at least, Colonel, regarding the second strike, right? The second strike in 24 hours in Jabalia camp. And a quote from it is that based on precise intelligence, IDF fighter jets struck Hamas command and control complex in Jabalia. Colonel, of course, we all know Israeli intelligence failed in the lead up to the Hamas terror attack on October 7th. How do you know that Israeli intelligence is right now?
Erin, I think you asked the same question 3 weeks ago, and I think I'll provide the same answer that I'm saying now. We are basing our military operations off intelligence. We continue to monitor their communications. We continue to listen and see what they're doing. We issue information, not claims, but we issue names, faces, and positions of dead Hamas commanders and key operatives. We do that because we do still have excellent intelligence, very great.
You see how they say excellent intelligence, very great, but then you have the need to shoot everybody around you? Tiras sin apuntar, güey.
Granular intelligence of what they are doing, of their whereabouts. Granted, I cannot argue with what you said, the first part. Yes, we failed on October 7th. clearly, and that needs to be investigated. But definitely, that does not imply that our intelligence is wrong. On the contrary, we continue working based on that intelligence, and we generate more intelligence. Our ground troops are there in friction with the enemy. Every encounter, when we meet the enemy, we defeat them, even if we have casualties, and then we generate more and more.
Do you guys hear that? He doesn't give a shit. This guy's a psychopath. This is called psychopath. Listen to this.
When we meet the enemy, we defeat them, even if we have casualties, and then we generate more and more.
When we meet the enemy, we defeat them. Yes, we have casualties, but then we still continue more and more. Watch. I'm not making it up. Look.
Targeting intelligence.
All right, well, Colonel Conriquez, thank
And she's like, okay, well, yeah, I just ran over her head.
you very much.
It's a show.
We generate more intelligence, imply that our intelligence is wrong. On the contrary, we continue working based on that intelligence, and we generate more intelligence. Our ground troops are there in friction with the enemy. Every encounter.
Our ground groups are there in friction, meaning with the enemy.
When we meet the enemy, we defeat them, even if we have
When we meet the enemy, we defeat them, even if we
casualties, and then we generate.
Even if we have casualties, so they don't give a shit about their own people, collateral damage.
More and more targeting intelligence.
All right. Well,
so then, because they want to get more and more target intelligence, meaning continue to kill.
Wow. So
Y'all think this is a joke? Think again. You guys better think again. The roof is on fire. Let's go.
Republicans want to invade Mexico. Yes, you heard me right. They want to invade Mexico.
Okay, so if you're confused about the whole Republicans want to invade Mexico thing, I've seen a lot of people confused. I'm going to try and break it down in literally like a minute in the most simple way possible. So what Republicans are claiming is that they want to send U.S. special forces not only to the border, but inside of Mexico in order to control the fentanyl crisis and the drugs being brought against the border, like through the border. What they aren't telling you is that a lot of people, majority of the people bringing in fentanyl into the United States, causing a fentanyl crisis, are U.S. citizens. Big shocker for the Republican Party. It's not immigrants causing all your fucking problems. But what they conveniently left out is that recently Mexico, under AMLO, found a lot of lithium in Mexico. And guess what that powers? Electric cars. It's a very valuable resource. But they nationalized the industry in order so no one could become like super rich off of it in order to benefit the actual country. And that made Republicans mad because they're like, whoa, that should be ours. Even though it's in Mexico, it should be ours. So all these rich people in the United States want their hands on that fucking lithium. So what are they going to do? They went to the U.S. government and was like, we want that lithium. So what are they going to do? They're going to invade Mexico to stop the fentanyl crisis? No, bitch. They're going to go get that fucking lithium. And if you don't believe me, guess what? This isn't the first time they've done this shit. This is Evo Morales. He was the first indigenous president of Bolivia. And guess what Bolivia had a lot of? Lithium. And guess what happened? The U.S. government funded a coup to get rid of him. Yeah, they took him out of power because they wanted the lithium for themselves. And when confronted about it, and people were talking about how Elon Musk was involved in that, Elon Musk said, we will coup whoever we want. Deal with it.
We will coup whoever we want. Deal with it. Let's listen to this again. Remember, what was written aforetime was written for our learning, that through patience and comfort of the scripture, we might have hope. Right? Hopefully. Let's see if I can get this in here. Man. I don't know how much more we got to tell you. Ecclesiastes 1:9 says, the thing that had been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done, it is that which shall be done. And there's no new thing under the sun. This is not a rap song, okay? What it's saying is that, oh, here, I'll read it to you. Is there anything whereof I may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us. So like, for example, you and I, we've been here before. I may not look like this. I may not look like this, but you know. But it is what it is. We've been here before. So let's listen in. This happened to them, so it's happening again. These heads are going to do everything in their position to keep power.
This is Evo Morales. He was the first indigenous president of Bolivia. And guess what Bolivia had a lot of? Lithium. And guess what happened? The U.S. government funded a coup to get rid of him. Yeah, they took him out of...
Forgive me for finding this fruity brother, but, so hopefully he repents.
power because they wanted the lithium for themselves. And when confronted about it, and people were talking about how Elon Musk was involved in that, Elon Musk said, we will coup whoever we want, deal with it. And people were like, no, he's just joking, he's just joking. Guess what Tesla runs on? Lithium batteries.
Thank
you.
you.
I know that Republican propaganda is strong, but don't fall for it. The main reason they want this war on Mexico, and war on drugs and fentanyl shit, they want that fucking lithium to make the rich people rich.
Wow, so Republicans want to...
People were talking about how Elon Musk was involved in that. Elon Musk said, we will coup whoever we want, deal with it. And people were like, no, he's just joking, he's just joking. Guess what Tesla runs on? Lithium batteries. So I know that Republican propaganda is strong, but don't fall for it. The main reason they want this war on Mexico, and war on drugs and fentanyl shit, they want that fucking lithium to make the rich people richer. And this is also a random stray I'm throwing out, but all you bitches were like, oh, go see Sound of Freedom, it talks about child trafficking. Guess who's doing child trafficking at the border? The Border Patrol. Oh, ICE. Oh, yeah, bitch.
Ouch. Who is doing the trafficking? So I'm going to take you to a little bit of history. Because, I love history. I figured, hey, well, let me show you something. Let me open up this here. I'm going to use this. So let me explain these to you, my friends. Back in the day when I was, I'm just kidding. It says it, the Mexican oil expropriation was the nationalization of all petroleum reserves, facilities, and foreign oil companies in Mexico. So the nationalization of all of it at this time, okay, it says on March 18, 1938. Now, it says that. But it technically all began in 1917, when it was written in the Mexican Constitution. The Mexican Constitution has 137 articles, and in this 27th article, I'm not reading this, like I actually studied this. In this 27th article, President Lázaro Cárdenas, now I'm reading this, declared that all mineral, including lithium, and oil reserves. So now we're seeing a correlation of things. So let's not forget, because a lot of times we think that, none of this matter. Well, whatever, the Bible don't talk about that, and this and that, and this, that, and the third. Technically does. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse, I would say, let's go here. Verse 40, thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coast, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thine olives shall cast his fruits. And all the trees and fruits of thy land shall the locusts consume. That's verse 42, sorry. Let's go to verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from there before thy face, and shall not be there stored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, given, and thou shalt have no rescue unto them. The fruit, verse 33, the fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, the fruit of thy land. Verse 48, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, in thirst, in nakedness, and in want of all things. So now, this Mexican oil expropriation in the Constitution said you will not ever take our oil again, nor minerals to benefit your country. That was the concept. Within Mexican belonged to the nation's, an example, federal government, meaning the oils and minerals. The Mexican government established a state-owned petroleum company called Petroleros Mexicanos Pemex. And I know of them because we have one in Guadalajara. Check this out. For a period of a short time, let me see if I can magnify this. For a period of a short time, in case you guys don't know this measure caused an international boycott. What does boycott mean? Is an act of nonviolent, voluntary abstention from a product, person, organization. Meaning like sanctioning, right? Yes, it's the same thing as sanction. Like they sanctioned Venezuela, which, by the way, by them sanctioning Venezuela, caused inflation, which means other countries can't deal with Venezuela, which means you as a person in Venezuela, you don't have no way to eat. So you're poor. People were dying of food over there. So then they started leaving. So the sanctioning that America imposed upon Venezuela caused the migration, which then was funded by this Khazarian Soros. Yes, there was. And then funded by them as well to push Republican propagandaism in order to vote against immigration and to infiltrate and go into another country. Because supposedly it's immigration. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing murderers. They're rapists. They're child traffickers, and some, I believe, are good people. That's what Donald Trump said. So again, we see this. What was done before is doing it again and again and again for a short period of time. This measure caused an international boycott of Mexican products in the following years, especially by the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Netherlands, because there's a reason why. I don't want to get into it, but they had something to do with, I believe, refining oil. But with the outbreak of World War II and the alliance between Mexico and allies, the dispute with private companies over compensation was resolved. Not necessarily. You want to know what happened? Do you want to know what happened? August 16, 1935, the Petroleum Workers of Union in Mexico was formed and da-da-da-da-da. So what ended up happening is this, family. It has nothing to do with, oh, yeah, we're good. Well, we're cool. No, not at all. So now, the other one was like Wikipedia. This one is from the .logic.gov. Okay. It's talking about the Constitution of 1917. But remember this. This is very interesting, family, because in the same year of 1917, we get the fumigation baths. Now, we understand that America has a way of retaliating and using propaganda and manipulation and military might to oppress the people, because shit didn't go their way. Así son, güeyes. Así son los pinches güeros, güey. Constitution of 1917. By the end of 1916, Carranzas controlled every Mexican state except Chihuahua and Morales. It was a time to legitimize the revolution, have a new constitution, and be elected president. November 1916, he invited Mexico new political class. So we see America was starting to see this move. Like, wait a minute, hold on a second. If they pass this law, that means that we are not going to get control of the lines anymore. So it was already happening. The fumigation laws were implemented at the beginning of 1917 because we were already in political fights. I'm sorry. Now, as you can see here on the bottom, the Constitution of 1917 still is in force almost 100 years. So now, what does it mean? I'm taking you through a little yellow brick road here. Okay, just follow me. It's a quick class on what's going on. Then it says, although explorers drilled Mexico's first petroleum well in 1869. Oh, wait a minute. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Between, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 1580 through 1860, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see. me a second. You see, we have something to do with these people. Discovery of oil, Middle East. This nationalization is previously privately owned oil companies where it was occurred has been a gradual process. Before discovery of oil, some Middle Eastern countries such as Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait were all poor and undeveloped. They were desert kingdoms that had few natural resources and were without adequate financial resources to maintain the poor. Poor peasants made up a majority of the population. When oil was discovered in the developing nations during the early 20th century, the countries did not have enough knowledge of the oil industry to make the use. So then now we start seeing what? Look at this right here, family. The Seven Sisters. Shh. We're going to get into that another day. Okay? Just want to let you know that. So we see Dutch. We see all of these things going around. And there's technically oil involved, right? Oil involved. Oil. So Mexico has something to do with oil in Middle East and Russia and Venezuela. You see, Mexico, Venezuela, Iran, Iraq. You want to know something, family? So here goes. 1917, Mexico kicks out America. They go to war. Mexico's thriving at this time, and then supposedly there's a depression. That depression destroys Mexico's oil production. Plus the sanctionings, they couldn't rebound. Now, in 1940, I'm just kind of running it by you real quick. By this time, they're already in Venezuela. Okay? They don't want to deal with Mexico no more. But by this time, in between these two movements, 1917, 1940, we see the Balfour Act of these Khazarians going into where? Middle East. Why? For the oil. So it says here, it was not discovered until the 20th century. Commercial production of crude oil began in 1901. By 1910, prospectors had begun to define the Panuca, Ebano, and Faca de Oro fields located near the central Gulf of Mexico coast towns of Tuxpan, and systematic explorations by foreign companies came to supersede the uncoordinated efforts of speculative prospectors. So as you can see, foreign companies were in charge doing whatever they wanted to the Mexican oil. Mexico began to export oil in 1911. So as you can see that who was exporting oil? Foreign nations. Now, check this out. The Constitution of Mexico in 1719, one of their articles, 27, gives Mexican government a permanent and inalienable right to subsoil resources. To all subsoil resources. The government's efforts to assert this right produced a lengthy dispute with foreign oils. You see that? Lengthy. Companies that was not resolved until companies were nationalized in 1930. You see that? Now, this is interesting. In 1923, the Bucareli Agreement, which they say that it limited, their agreement was to pay America what they owed, what Mexico supposedly owed them, and then that Mexico could not progress, which we do see a downfall, especially in the oil production, and all the oil refineries were done. Committed to the United States and Mexico to regard titles held by foreign companies' oils as concessions by Mexican government rather than outright ownership claims. In 1925, President Plutarco Elias Calles decreed that foreign oil companies must register their titles in Mexico and limit their concessions to a period of 50 years. Despite disruption caused by revolution, Mexican oil production peaked in 1921 at 193 barrels. Some 25% of the world production, that's a lot, fam, largely as a result of increased international demand generation by World War I. During much of 1920, Mexico was second only to U.S. in petroleum output and led the world in oil exports. You understand what that means? Now, check this out. By the early 1930s, now we're seeing the Great Depression. However, the output had fallen to just 20% of its 1921 levels as sequence of the World War economic depression, the Bucareli Act of 1923, the lack of new oil discoveries, increased taxation, political instability, and Venezuela's emergence as a more attractive source of petroleum. Why? Because they had more power over Venezuela. They didn't need Mexicans because Mexicans didn't want to give them what America. Production began to recover with 1932 discovery of the Poza Rica field near Veracruz, which became Mexico's main source of petroleum until late 1950. Because apparently this president nationalized the petroleum industry, giving Mexican government a monopoly of the exploration, production, refinery, distribution, national acts, da-da-da-da-da. Although Cardenas offered compensation, the United States oil companies pressured the U.S. government to embargo all imports from Mexico. United States oil companies pressured United States government to embargo all imports from Mexico in order to discourage familiar nationalizations in other countries. What is embargo, fam? Embargo means in order to temporarily stop sanction. Lots of sanctioning going on. Now, remember we talked about the Constitution would actually keep minerals, right? Reserves, wills, all that stuff, right? Why is that important? I'm going to show you why. Massive deposits of lithium discovered in Mexico.
Lithium, an increasingly important resource in the digital age, a vital component in rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. In the north of Mexico, large deposits have been identified, and more still are being discovered, creating a buzz in industrial cities like Ciudad Juárez, across the US border from Texas.
Hemos podido vislumbrar la existencia de importantes yacimientos de litio.
We have been able to prove the existence of large lithium deposits in the south and east of Ciudad Juárez, and we're looking for investors to begin on its extraction.
Following Mexico's nationalization of its lithium mining industry, the discovery has been kept largely under wraps. However, initial studies are being made. José Rurik Farias is the head of Ciudad Juárez's largest academic research project.
See, the I'll say the European white and black ones, they hate this image here. They hate that people like this guy may actually know more than them.
On local lithium exploitation.
These are samples we've obtained from the area, all of which contain lithium. The ore they contain is known as pegmatite. Here we see the red color because the sample contains iron, here with copper, hence the shade of green.
Pegmatite or hard rock lithium ore deposits are expensive to extract, but contain larger concentrations of the mineral. Professor Farias says his research is looking into using the abundant solar power of this region as an inexpensive renewable energy source to refine lithium.
That is what scares them right there. That's what scares them right there. Check this out. So then we know lithium is a powerful resource and Mexico wants to use it for their benefit. Now, here's the interesting part. So what is lithium for? What do we use it? In case you guys don't know. That's why Elon Musk said that we'll coup d'etat whoever we want. Battery electric cars don't use any gasoline, but instead run solely on electricity stored in battery pack that energize one or more electric motors and produce zero tailpipe emissions. Oh, really? So they don't run on gas or anything. Mhm. They run about 100 to 500 miles. Teslas do that round. Zero emissions. Kick off the line. Right? Makes sense. Like, what's wrong with this? Currently, most cars are powered by rechargeable lithium iron batteries. So now we're getting a little closer. So now Elon Musk says, "Hey, we'll cool the tie whoever the fuck we want." Okay, fine. Well, yeah, at least, but you can't. You can't force people. Oh, technically, one of the things America loves to do is make promises. So check this out. The Mexican government continues nationalizing key industries despite U.S. objection. Why? Because with AMLO's purchase of 13 Spanish-owned power plants, that's why they weren't able to manufacture any oil. The majority of Mexico's electricity production is now state-controlled. So they would be now providing electrical power. Because if Mexico has lithium, they can then manufacture battery. Then they could create and manufacture, and not only that, engineer and design their own vehicles. The Mexican government agreed to purchase. Oh, yeah, we read that. The Mexican president, AMLO Obrador, called the decision part of a new nationalization in some of the country's major industries, including mineral oil production, according to Reuters. But we saw what happened last time. Again, it goes back to this whole concept here. So now we're seeing, okay, it makes sense. Like the Lord shall bring a nation from afar. You know what I mean? They're gonna take, but yeah, okay, yeah, you kind of see it, but it's kind of vague. Okay. Sounds good. Let's read this real quick. Leviticus chapter 26, verse 20. Watch what it reads. And your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield her increase. Neither shall the trees of the land yield her fruits. So the land is separate from the trees now. So what is in the land? Minerals. What else? Things that you benefit from. I will send wild beasts among you. Verse 22. I will also send wild beasts among you, which you shall rob you of your children. Are they not still taking our children? This is a sad point right now. And destroy your cattle and make you few in numbers, and your highways shall be desolate. Didn't we not read the woman, the widow, that her highways will be desolate? And that's why she's crying? Is that not clear to us now? Destroy your cattle. Remember Deuteronomy 28 talked about that their land would be given to other people? Watch this real quick. This is from You Need to Know Latino History. How Texas was won. I'm just going to summarize it because I'm going to read it in a little bit. 117 acres were given to families to go to Texas. 4,400 acres were given to one particular person. Now, I'm going to tell you something, family. There was millions of cows in that area. Cattle, horses, and then oil. Oil. So if you see, and I will make your cities waste and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation. And I will also bring the land into desolation. And your enemies will which dwell therein shall be astonished at you. Well, let's continue. You guys think it's a joke? So they know the lithium is there.
This is Glowforge Aura.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even show you this. Check this out. Here's the reason why it has to be done. It has to be done. It has to be done. They planned this a long time ago. U.S. government to end gas-powered vehicle purchases by 2035 under Biden's orders. What does this mean? The U.S. government plans to end purchase of gasoline-powered vehicles by 2035 in a move to lower emissions. I don't know if you guys are noticing in California, you guys cannot buy gas-powered, landscaping stuff. Like as a homeowner, you can't. Your blowers, they got to be electric. Your lawnmowers, they got to be electric now. Even the big machines, the ones you ride on, they got to be electric now. In case you guys didn't know that. Yes, they are doing it already. It says the government owns more than 650,000 vehicles and purchases about 50,000 annually. Biden's executive order said that light-duty vehicles acquired by the government will be emission-free by... The next election is coming up right now. It says the government will seek to consume electricity only from carbon-free, non-polluting sources on a net annual basis by 2030 and have zero emissions by 2050. Which is why I keep telling y'all.
Here's one thing.
Believing people. And look.
Before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you...
You guys don't believe me because I don't have woolly hair. Fine, whatever. It don't matter to me. Y'all gonna burn. The Most High's only looking for 144, at the end of the day. But anyhow, let's listen to this. And I'm sorry if I scare you for saying these things, but I you know what I mean? Jude even says it, man. With some, have compassion. Others, man, just hate the damn garments that they carry. Scare the shit out of them. Why? Because you guys don't understand that this is real serious war right now. Let's go.
Aquí hay una primera medida represiva. Eso se llama trata de personas. En las legislaciones nuestras, en toda América Latina, ese debería ser uno de los delitos más castigables. Sacar beneficio económico del éxodo. Pero aquí hay que diferenciar esto bien, porque obviamente cualquier persona que ponga un restaurante por ahí para caminantes, pues no va a ser el delincuente. Pero tenemos que unificar una legislación represiva en torno a la trata de personas, a la exacción económica. Diferenciándonos de la política del norte, y aquí viene el problema que quiero plantear, digamos, con exactitud, ojalá. Y es que la política del norte cada vez más es el rechazo profundo del éxodo. Es una política racista, y por eso lo de Palestina tiene tanta importancia para alumbrarnos el inmediato futuro para nosotros. Que no van a matar solo los niños palestinos, sino que van a defender su modus de vida, como le quieran llamar, que es blanco, que es ario, solo los niños palestinos, sino que van a defender su modus de vida, como le quieran llamar, que es blanco, que es ario, que está basado en altos niveles de consumo, como todos ustedes saben.
This family, he's saying that they're going to want to maintain their status because their status is based on high consumption. And one of the consumptions that is an obligatory consumption, which is demand, that they're going to want to make sure to maintain is lithium. Because through lithium, they will take over the world, or at least continue in power, because they won't need oil.
Que hoy es un consumo que se construye sobre la muerte de los demás, porque es lo que provoca la crisis climática. Es decir, el consumo blanco ario del norte está acercándonos a la extinción de la humanidad a través.
Hey, man, like I said, bro, this world is a stage. It's very clear. Yeah, just like that. Wakanda. So you have the lithium too?
Es de la crisis climática, no voy a explicar eso aquí. Otro tema, el cambio químico en la atmósfera. Y ese cambio químico en la atmósfera estimula el éxodo. Entonces, los problemas políticos y de inestabilidad de nuestros países que ya arrojan una población que va hacia México.
The way I'm going to be upgrading this computer, family, it's going to cost me money. I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder if, would it be bad if you guys would be able to at least assist? You know what I'm saying? Because as you can see, man, put effort in this, but nah, just a thought. Let's go.
Cada vez crecerán, pero por otro motivo que tiene que ver con la falta del agua, con la desertización, por el empobrecimiento, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Crisis climática que será respondida por el norte como en Palestina, quebrando el derecho internacional. Que será respondida por el norte como en Palestina, quebrando el derecho internacional. Respondida por el norte como en Palestina, quebrando el derecho internacional. No los van a invitar, no les van a permitir la entrada, ametrallarán y usarán campos de concentración.
You guys think it's kidding? Thank you, sis, for bringing this video to our attention. Sister Elisheva brought this to my attention. She showed it to me. Well, she sent me a message last night. I apologize, sis. I didn't get to see it. I was really trying to catch up on some sleep. Check this out, fam. Okay.
Sencillamente no se puede creer, Israel le acaba de lanzar un ultimátum a América Latina, así como lo escuchan. Previamente habíamos visto cómo Bolivia decidió romper relaciones con Israel, pero lo que está sucediendo en este momento empieza a preocupar en este lado del mundo. ¿De qué se trata esto y por qué los países de América Latina están siendo señalados por Israel? Vamos a comentarlo. La voz del Ministerio de Asuntos Exteriores de Israel, Lior Hayat, ha llamado tanto a Colombia como Chile e incluso Argentina a que condenen las acciones del movimiento palestino Hamas a la luz de la escalada del conflicto entre Palestina e Israel. En este escenario, muchos expertos empiezan a preguntarse por qué la administración de Israel tendría que mandar una suerte de advertencia, ultimátum o siquiera solicitud para que se condene algo de esta parte del mundo. De acuerdo con el portavoz, Israel espera que ambos países apoyen el derecho de un país democrático a proteger a sus ciudadanos y exijan la inmediata liberación de todos los secuestrados. También ha comentado el propio portavoz que Colombia y Chile no se alineen con Venezuela e Irán en apoyo al terrorismo de Hamas. Y es que para algunos expertos...
You see this? You see what's going on, family? We're starting to see the separation of nations. Everything is manifesting at this very moment. I honestly thought that I would not be able to see this in my lifetime. That it was my job to prep my family, my children, that more likely they would see it, but I don't know about any of that anymore. That 2050 day is a very crazy day. There's a prophecy regarding 70 years. I won't talk about it. I'll get to it some other time. Let's go.
Precisamente Israel estaría perdiendo su, no decir zona de influencia, pero sí imagen dentro de la comunidad internacional. Previamente, Colombia había expresado su rechazo a las acciones militares de Israel en la Franja de Gaza contra el movimiento islamista Hamas. Por su parte, el Ejecutivo argentino ha repudiado el ataque de Israel sobre el campo de refugiados de Jabalia, al advertir que nada justifica la vulneración del derecho internacional humanitario. Y es que sí, el gobierno de Argentina ha indicado que nada justifica este tipo de acción y se tiene una obligación de proteger a la población civil con los conflictos armados. De hecho, Argentina condena el ataque directamente al campo de refugiados en Gaza. Esto
So by them showing this separation, if you guys really think about it, we see their real intent of kind of wanting to go to war with Mexico. Think they would hesitate now that the whole Latin America countries, you know, like President from Colombia, he's on AMLO's side. And he's very aware of what's going on. And he's telling us that we need to be mindful of what's happening in Palestine is going to happen here.
Esto es lo que ha señalado el Ministerio de Relaciones Exteriores en un comunicado. Sí, en este sentido entonces tenemos a un Israel que empieza a decirle a América Latina que tiene que condenar lo que están recibiendo ellos, pero no lo que están haciendo. De hecho, lo que está diciendo la administración argentina es que nada justifica la vulneración del derecho internacional humanitario y la obligación de proteger a la población civil en los conflictos armados sin ningún tipo de distinción alguna. Es lo que ha enfatizado la Cancillería argentina. Y sí, aparentemente, sobre todo en Sudamérica, lo que está sucediendo con la imagen de Israel no está viniendo nada bien a la administración de Benjamín Netanyahu, que de nuevo empieza a llamar a los países de esta parte del mundo a que condenen lo que está sucediendo en su contra, pero no lo que ellos están haciendo. La administración de Xi Jinping, basándose en que ahora tienen la presidencia del Consejo de Seguridad de la propia Organización de las Naciones Unidas, ha dicho que bueno, se va a centrar en el conflicto palestino-israelí, y esta no es necesariamente una buena noticia ni para Estados Unidos ni para Israel. Así el escenario, la presidencia de China del Consejo de Seguridad de la Organización de las Naciones Unidas se va a centrar en la solución del conflicto en esta parte del mundo. Esto ha sido comunicado por el representante permanente chino ante el organismo Xiang Sun. El mismo ha dicho que la máxima prioridad para la presidencia y también para el Consejo de Seguridad en este momento y en su conjunto es resolver la crisis palestino-israelí, a saber, el conflicto en Gaza. Afirmó San.
You guys are seeing all continents at ears with each other. There's the 7 continents, right? 7 powers. Anyways, just a hint. Let's go.
En una rueda de prensa dedicada a la transición de la presidencia del Consejo de Seguridad de la ONU a China este noviembre. El diplomático ha agregado que en noviembre se va a celebrar entonces una reunión del Consejo de Seguridad sobre la situación en Oriente Medio. Él mismo dice que está seguro que no será la única. Ahora, al referirse al conflicto en Ucrania, que es algo que toca a uno de sus aliados, que es obviamente la administración rusa, el propio Zhang ha asegurado que el organismo también va a seguir prestando atención a esta cuestión, pero que en este momento la prioridad o en lo que se van a centrar es en el conflicto palestino-israelí. Y esto en realidad no sienta muy bien Estados Unidos, y justo sucede cuando China tiene la presidencia de nuevo del Consejo de Seguridad. Esto podría promover ciertas acciones, ciertos análisis o ciertas investigaciones por parte de China dentro de la ONU que no pueden sentar nada bien a Joe Biden ni tampoco a Benjamín Netanyahu. Así el escenario, esto está servido para un conflicto todavía mayor. Recordemos que no hace mucho Israel ha estado diciendo que debería renunciar Antonio Guterres, secretario general de la organización, y además ha dicho precisamente que la ONU es una entidad irrelevante. Esto va a seguir siendo así con China en la presidencia del Consejo. Vamos a verlo. Estas son las noticias más relevantes de la geopolítica actual del día de hoy. Recuerda que tu like nos ayuda mucho a seguir creciendo, pero sobre todo nos ayuda.
Bam, 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 bam. All right, family, let me show you this real quick and then we're done. Actually, let me read this. Let me read the scripture. Because then we're done with this one. I'm just kidding. Let's go to the Apocrypha. Excuse me. Let's see what the scriptures are. Yep. They're the same BS. Same BS. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy how it's all manifesting now. It's scary. Not scary, man, because I don't get scared like that. I just find it very interesting. So again, family, I hope this was edifying. I hope it was, like some people call it, entertaining. Also, espero que te entretengas, güey. Anyway, Sirach, chapter 35, verse 14. And by the way, I do joke around, but I know me. It says, he will not despise the supplication of the fatherless, nor the widow. You know the widow? Remember the widow? Remember the widow family? Remember I showed you guys something? Remember I showed you this 1 Kings 17? And Joshua talked about it was a prophecy. 1 Kings 17 says, Elijah the Tishbite, who was with the inhabitants of the Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord God Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain this year. Hold on, let me take this off. But according to my word, and the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, get thee hence and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherub, that is before Jordan. Meaning, go to like some kind of cave-like area, where there's a brook, there's like a river, and hide there. So it's I guess where there's caves among that place. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee. They're predators. Ravens we're not supposed to be eating those. They're unclean. What What is the raven trying to feed us for? They're unclean animals. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It's the Most High. Right? He does what he does. So he went and did according to the word of the Lord, and he went and dwelt by the brook Sherif, that is before Jordan. And the ravens, again, the crows, the dirty bastards, they eat rats and snakes and dead things and dead people and all that shit. Brought him bread and flesh in the morning. Bread and flesh. Bread and flesh. What do you mean? Bread and flesh. Yeah, he killed an animal and gave him some food. And bread and flesh in the evening. So this bird, who is unclean, who we're not supposed to eat, fed him. Now, why would God do that? And it came to pass that after a while that the brook dried up because there had been no rain, and the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Arise and get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to the Zidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow. There's to sustain thee. So he arose and went to Zarephath. Remember the widow? So we went through the ravens already, family. We went through all of it. But now we're coming back to who? To Israel. And he arose and went to Zarephath and went and came to the gate to the city. Behold, the widow, Israel, woman was there gathering sticks. What a coincidence. Then it says, and he called to her and said, Fetch me, I pray thee, a little water. Remember, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Remember, cleanse your mind, right? Not with the baptism, not with the water of the flesh, but with the water, the renewing of the mind. I think it's Ephesians 4:24. And he called unto her and said, Fetch me, I pray thee, a little water and vessel that I may drink. And as she was going to fetch it, meaning Israel, he called to her and said, Bring me, I pray thee, a morsel of bread in thy hand. Oh, by the way, can you get that for me too? And she said, As the Lord liveth, the Lord thy God liveth, I have not a cake, but a handful of meal in a barrel, and a little oil in a cruse. And behold, I am gathering 2 sticks. So this woman is gathering 2 sticks again, meaning the northern and southern kingdom, baby. I'm gathering 2 sticks that I may go in it and dress it for me and my son. Woo! Israel. And who? That we may eat and die, meaning renew in the new kingdom of the Most High. Man, that's so beautiful, family. I love it. So now, check it out. I'm going to show you this guy here real quick.
Hi,
I'm just going to show you something
I'm Christine, founder of UNI.com. What is UNI.com?
I think she's funny, man.
Gracias, México.
Okay, so check it out. This guy's Palestinian.
Lo amo, México. Paz, primeramente Dios pronto para todos.
¿Cómo podría entender lo que está pasando con Palestina.
Construir un país.
You guys didn't hear it. I totally missed it. I was on mute. So, guys should have told me, man. No escucho nada. I was talking the whole time, huh? 8:43. Yeah, for like 2 minutes. It's all good, fam. What I was trying to show y'all is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. All right. So again, shalom. Y'all take care of yourselves. Let's get to work. Let's pay them bills. Teach your family the scriptures. Let's get in this book. It is your book. It is your book. Please understand this. This is your book. Stop being afraid. Well, you guys are afraid to take what belongs to you. Shalom. Have a great day. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
País encima de otro. Ahí en donde empezó realmente el problema. Lo recibimos como fueran gente que van a quedar para un rato. Empezaron a tomar territorio, hasta que dejaron a los palestinos en un territorio, hasta que dejaron a los palestinos en un territorio muy pequeño. Conflicto religioso entre nosotros nunca tuvimos.
¿Tienes todavía familiares tú en Gaza, en Palestina? Para una persona que no tiene conocimiento, ¿cómo podría entender lo que está pasando con Palestina?
Mira, haz de cuenta que esta es la situación que está pasando. Como yo estoy en mi casa, y llegas tú, te doy entrada, que entras a mi casa. Ya después tú me traes a tus primos, y luego a tus hermanos, y te metes, y luego de la casa, que me dejas una habitación para mí. Y al final del día tú subes y bajas, andas golpeándome, maltratándome, me dejas sin agua, sin comida, y quiere que todavía, al momento que si empiezo a defender, ya me dices que soy terrorista. Y nunca hubo selección para esto, nunca. Por más de 50 años, los palestinos queriendo tener algún recuerdo con Israel, llegaron algunos momentos que va a haber una solución para dos países en el mismo territorio y firmaron de acuerdos por medio de Estados Unidos, por medio también de los comunidades internacionales, y nunca se respeta a Israel nada de eso. Y respecto a la franja de Gaza, tiene 18 años atrapada la gente ahí. Ni salidas, ni entradas, ni aeropuerto, ni comidas, ni vida humana, nada. Al momento que alguien quiere defender a su gente, a su pueblo, a salir adelante, porque la verdad ni siquiera vida humana hay en la franja de Gaza durante 18 años. Está sobrepoblado. 2,5 millones de gente viven en un territorio muy pequeño, en donde da 5,000 personas por cada kilómetro. Y eso es una locura, porque es muchísima gente para muy poco territorio. Durante 18 años, atrapados, sin servicios, sin ninguna vida humana. Y esa es la que le pasó. Ahora toda la gente en redes sociales están hablando del grupo de Hamas. Y la verdad no es así las cosas. La situación nosotros tuvimos que esperar de hace 75 años que entró Israel a Palestina en el 1948. Nosotros lo recibimos como fueran gente que van a quedar por un rato, pero desgraciadamente empezaron a tomar territorio, hasta que dejaron a los palestinos en un territorio muy pequeño, a la que vale como 300.
And we know that happened to us here too. So be mindful. Like the president from Colombia said, what is happening over there is also an example of what can happen to us here. Wake up, Jacob. Shalom.
Quiero pensar, pero no puedo, no. El ruido en la ciudad está consumiendo, Quieren pensar, sin ni siquiera estar al mando. Tanta publicidad subliminal te está matando. Les cuesta decidir por sí mismos cuál es su mando. Publican sonrisas con el corazón llorando. Quieren brillar, pero sin tener que valerse de tener sus ideas propias. Los veo a todos igual, solo son la réplica de la imitación de una triste copia. Obedece, la vida es un suspiro y envejeces. Te dejas distraer por estupideces y pierdes el eje. Te duele por dentro, entonces te creces, pero aceptas mucho menos de lo que mereces. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo
Conserva tu juicio y tu intuición, más activos que el que lucha por lo suyo y no se rinde. Yo ya sé bien cuál es mi misión, y es contarte que el mal por su propio pie pronto se extingue. No caigas bajo su control, pues por la televisión es normal que mal lo pinten. Tú mantente firme en conexión con la fuente de creación, vivirás siempre de fin de. Dios abre los ojos, dime lo que ves. A tus propios hijos matándose por billetes. Niños mueren cada 2 por 3. Pa' unos es bendición, con otros por su causa pequen. Y yo que intento ser un ser crístico, voy bendiciendo hasta los diablos. Piensan que es cierto el mensaje típico. Dicen que invento lo del engaño, y mientras lucho contra mis errores, demonios escucho, me ofrecen soluciones. Pero sé que hay un ángel que quiere que mejore. Me dice haz un trabajo interno antes de que lo ignores, antes que otra vez llores y se llenen los mares de pena y de dolores, ya que en mi mente no caben. La paz no va en un sobre, somos algo importante. Nunca te revelaste y por eso no lo sabes. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. Me desperté tan cansado, me sentía mal herido de todo lo que he pasado. No me quita lo aprendido, por dentro me he perdonado, pero casi no me olvido. Me desperté tan cansado, me sentía mal herido de todo lo que he pasado. No me quita lo aprendido, por dentro me he perdonado, pero casi no me olvido, no, no. Todos repiten lo que dice el referente, discursos vacíos lejos de ser coherentes. De lo que no sabes será mejor que no inventes, que investigues y no te dejes lavar la mente. ¿Quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. Quiero pensar, pero no puedo, no, no, no. El ruido en la ciudad está consumiendo, wow, wow, wow.
Ical, hijo, abre los ojos. Tu cuerpo se queda con nosotros, pero tu espíritu debe seguir. Busca la luz. Aléjate de las sombras. Deja que nuestro dolor sea tu fuerza. Desde aquí iluminamos tu camino. Lucha como nosotros ante esta pena tan grande. Yo soy tú. Tú eres yo. La muerte que hoy nos separa, mañana volverá a unirnos. Eres libre, hijo.